Hello everyone, welcome to QCar TV where we look at all the fun stuff. Today we're going to look at the car I almost bought, the James Bond car. So before we start the video, please like and subscribe because this video took a few months to make and a lot of my time. So a like and a subscribe will be appreciated. And this video is 6 parts long. So we have part 1, car preview, in-depth look, part 2, test drive and driving experience, part 3, my top 50 likes and dislikes, part 4, accessories, upgrades and James Bond equipment, part 5, financing and depreciation, and part 6, my final thoughts about this machine, the BMW 740LE. Alright, so let's get into the video. This video is a very long video, so skip ahead to the other parts if you want to watch the other parts. But now we're going to start part 1, car preview and in-depth look. Let's crack on.
Now, I encourage you to go back to BMW for service.
Now lah.
I prefer lah because BMW is the more professional in BMW, right? It's a 7 series. Can you see the window for?
Now for the in-depth look. This is how it looks like. I like the kidney grille, very small kidney grille, the classic BMW kidney grille. It's been like this for generations and I like to keep it just the way it was. So if I own a BMW, this is what I like to look at. The classic design of BMW. Beautiful and handsome looking car for a man like me. These are the BMW laser light. The BMW says this one can illuminate the road ahead 600 meters ahead, so when you're driving fast at night you can see what's coming in front. So this is for safety reasons. This is why I like this car due to its laser light capacity and ability to do such thing. And yeah, this is how the car looks like at the back. Beautiful proportion. This is how the rear looks like. Very simple, very classic BMW design with the new chrome and also the chrome essence on the exhaust pipes there. Very simple, minimalistic. I like it. It's very neat and simple. Yeah, it really complements the car as well. So yep, kudos to BMW for this beautiful classic design. So from the side here you can see the car from the back. Yeah, it's nothing special, it's nothing modern. I think BMW has been designing cars this way since the 1980s. So yeah, classic design, I say. This is the engine bay where it stores the engine as well as the electric motor. This car comes with electric motor at 111 horsepower and 250 Nm of torque, plus the B48 2.0 liter engine making 255 horsepower and 400 Nm of torque. Total output will be 366 horsepower and 650 Nm of torque. The only way you can control all of this power is through the e-boost system. And the e-boost, when you're driving with the e-boost function, the electric motor helps the combustion engine to give it even more power, even more boost. Here's how the sunroof looks like on the roof. And also I'll put an arrow here to show you where you can peel off the white strip where it reveals the mounts for the roof rack, where you can also mount a roof box and also roof mount for the bicycles. Now we should look on the inside, shall we? In the interior of the car, I'm sitting in the driver's position. This is the speedometer, beautiful digital speedometer. I like all the 3D effect with all the curves there inside. And that's a small little beautiful mirror on the outside. Steering wheel, very nice, leather wrapped. And then we have the sunroof here, just pressing the button. And we're going to have a look at the sunroof for the driver. And then we have the vanity mirrors, also for the driver. Very handy. Just want to see how handsome the driver is, as well as what else. One thing I like about the car is that it comes with all the buttons and the switches. So yeah, classical BMW. Here's a quick look at the key of the BMW. Very easy to use, very simple to service. This key uses a CR2032 battery, very easy to service. Just pop the cover at the back and put in the battery and close it and you're done. So I'll put a picture of the CR2032 here so you know what battery it uses. So the operating system on the BMW comes with the BMW iDrive 5 and you can upgrade it to BMW iDrive 6. So that's nice. One little feature I like on this car that this car still has is the pedal shifters. Alright. This is no M3 competition, no M4 competition, but still this 7 Series has the pedal shifters. So it's fun to use it when you're on the highway and you want to play around with it, you know, with the gearbox and stuff. So yeah, that's a cool thing. That's what I like to do. And also one thing is the heads-up display. On the heads-up display you can add the speed, the signals and everything, and also maybe you can add the map on it. So this is a full-fledged heads-up display, so you can do a lot of things with it in the settings. So now I'm in the back seats and it has an ashtray because it's a James Bond car. You know James Bond, he smokes cigars, smokes cigarettes. Mostly James Bond smokes a cigar. So I'll show you a video of him smoking cigars so you know why this is a James Bond car.
I'd come to think that the Delectados would never be smoked. They are particularly hazardous for one's health, Mr.
Bond.
Mr. Bond.
So at the back there's vanity mirrors for James Bond. I'm sure when James Bond wants to get out of the car and see all the ladies, he have to groom himself first to see how handsome he is. So James Bond will use the mirrors at the back for that purpose. This car comes with the hand grips. See, they're made of wood. This is a premium luxury feature. I think the new 7 Series doesn't come with it, so this one comes with it because it's James Bond. It has to look James Bond, you know. That's why they make it all James Bond. And James Bond will have his tablet here to control the massage functions, to control all the blinds and curtains and the sunshade and everything. Of course, James Bond doesn't want to go out there and be seen. Here's the button switch on the massage on the seats. Stage 1 low, stage 2 medium, stage 3 high, and James Bond will definitely press this button so he can sit down, relax after a hot day at work, relax. Then James Bond has his blinds and everything. So yeah, James Bond will definitely drive in comfort. Here's the left side of the passenger door, or the nice cognac brown leather. Yep, looks very nice and comfortable. Now we're going to look at the detail on the seats, on the leather. This is the quilted leather with all the triangle diamond shaped quilted leather detailing on the leather. This is the Napa leather seats, and it comes with a nice cushion for the headrest. I like that a lot. You know, comes with nice seat belts to keep the passengers safe, and James Bond will always drive in safety. So we're looking at the center console at the back. There is some ports here for the cigarettes again for James Bond, and also it comes with the HDMI MHL port, AV in and USB, and 2 auxiliary out for the headphones for the left passenger and the right passenger at the back. So James Bond will also drive with his lady, and maybe he has his assistant or his bodyguard or whatever, and James Bond will have a little bit for him to do his work as well. So this is the end of part 1. Let's go to part 2, test drive and driving experience. Okay, we move on to part 2. Hello folks, welcome to part 2. If you stay around the video, let's go for a fun drive in this BMW 750LE. Let's go for a drive, shall we?
This car is smoother now. It's now a bit rougher. What's the mileage? 95.
No rough. Just only you see the engine also very quiet.
No, the first car I drove.
Oh,
The first one same white colour.
where you
But
see?
the
Outside?
BMW still around.
Oh,
The wheel cop there.
eh? There is
Wheel
a
cop.
pre-on. Oh.
Yeah, pure BMW. Got so many BMW.
Is that pre-on, is it?
Yeah.
Under BMW, is it?
Yeah, correct.
Right.
But this car feels more smooth. Can lepas lah.
Here's a good example to show that this big car
No.
can actually still
Can.
squeeze in these tight spaces. And a CRV right there, tight space like this, it can still go through. I'm impressed, you know. From outside, this car looks very huge, but you can actually squeeze in to tight spaces just like if I was driving a hatchback or a sedan or a Mini Cooper or whatever. Amazing.
What's the price of the car? 151 lah.
Under 52.
52.
Car price.
7
7.
lah.
Going to 8. 7.
8 can lah.
8 years. 7 years. What? Oh, the loan. Loan go for 8 years.
8 years. That one bank one lah.
Bank one. I will.
Custom?
Custom. 9. 9. No, also 8. Also the same, but
Since this video is going to be released in the future, the prices may no longer be relevant. It may already be depreciated by a couple of thousands and thousands. So don't bother about the price, alright folks? This is just a measurement at the time of the recording. So the price will drop when this video becomes older and older. So yeah.
This one in battery mode, right? Not
yeah,
petrol.
now it's a battery mode. Now it's battery.
I know.
Beautiful.
Have to play sport mode, then only can shift petrol.
Yes, correct. I don't know because some of the people they say they want a full EV. For me, if I want to buy a Malaysia hybrid, good enough.
Hybrid good enough.
I don't know. Depends on the.
Which way now?
Go straight and then turn left later.
The roundabout.
Yes.
Can turn off the video.
Turn off. The volume. Yes.
Very quiet. Just now it's kind of a bit noisy. The other one. Very quiet. Which way? Straight.
This is our car
Yeah,
service
it's
center.
I sent my car here.
Oh, you send your car here.
Yeah.
What car?
My first car lah.
Oh, this is the second.
I'm planning to buy second car.
Oh. So you go.
But I don't want to buy all these other brand lah. I just want to buy one. Then everything got right. Then all the features got what. So,
So Tesla okay or not?
okay, but battery selalu habis lah.
Huh? So fast?
Have to charge 10 hours, then use, then charge again lah.
Oh, of course
So
lah.
yalah, sebab kalau you tak charge nanti dia akan habis lah.
Of course. So usually you charge at home with it.
Yeah,
So if you want to fast, you're using the fast charge.
fast charge.
But
So I have to pay.
I have to pay lah.
Mahal.
So if you want, if you say 10 hours because you're using home
Yeah,
charger.
have to wait lah.
Home charger they got limit one, so we cannot do like the fast charge because our home electronic they got limit every house. The voltage also limited. Of course, very slow lah. Because you use the port, right?
Yeah.
Right. If you want to fast, you don't do worry. You charge about 6 hours or 7 hours like that. I know it's not full, but if you go anywhere,
We go one more round can?
yeah.
One more round.
If you the Tesla, if you want to go for far away, you go for the station
Sure.
or charge do the fast charge.
Okay.
If you go for it, actually it save a lot. Which is 3 Model 3,
Model Y.
Model Y.
Y is okay, very nice. But interior cannot lawan all this lah. Interior very plastic lah.
Of course you
Plastic
cannot
lah.
because that is an EV car.
Yeah, correct.
So EV car you cannot compare with the hybrid and petrol.
Correct.
But for EV car in Malaysia, our Malaysia the voltage in Malaysia is not good, not enough.
Not enough, huh?
Not enough. Yeah, everyone doing EV, I told you, cannot one.
Cannot. They have to wait some more.
So a lot of people say, "Ayo, not enough station." You know, we going to do a lot of station. Our electric have to, the capacity is not enough for. Is it good enough for build more station for the EV car?
Yeah, correct.
Who have to bear in the petrol station? Who have to bear the rental?
Correct.
You see the petrol station, some of the petrol stations, not every petrol station have EV charger. Still a lot of people using the petrol, right?
Correct. If I buy the 7 Series for my own use, just for weekend drive only. Because I don't. If I buy SUV can, but I don't go off road. I feel it's a waste of money.
SUV usually go for off road. Yes. So do you have outstation?
Never.
So usually go buy this car go for
jalan-jalan KL use.
It's good enough already.
Yeah, I mean this car can last very long.
Can.
10 years, 12, 15 years, 17 years also can.
I say 5 series is good enough. 7 series is more better. 7 series can fight with the Benz already.
Yeah. But they say Benz is for orang tua-tua. This one for orang muda sikit lah kan.
Yes, you
sport
see
lah.
the BM, they more focus in sport.
Yep.
For the Benz, it's more focused comfortable.
Correct. I drove the EQS 500.
You have?
I drive before.
You drive before? You see the comfortable is more better.
Very comfortable, but tiring to drive. The car
Tiring,
almost 3 ton, you know. The
What?
battery, the ton.
Yes.
3 ton, no. When drive fast, my body really like want to so heavy, like drive lorry one. Like drive lorry though. I don't want to say Mercedes-Benz punya sales people lah. Nanti dia kecewa lah.
No, because
honestly that car very heavy.
The car I think is very it's not very heavy. Just a battery lah.
No lah. If you weigh 2.7 ton, almost 3 lah. You plus the people 200-300 kg, then 3 ton.
So you feel the power.
You as driver can feel, you know. When you do the corner right, you can feel.
Yes.
You can feel the weight. I can feel. And then some more get very tired, no, because the EV
you feel very tired.
Yeah, very tired. You drive. You pernah drive tak?
I
EQS 500.
EQS so I've never drive.
You should try lah. I tried already that day.
I tried Tesla before.
Yeah, I don't want to buy the EQS 500. It look nice lah, but
look nice. The EQS.
Yeah, but the driving experience not nice. Tiring lah. Rasa macam driver.
When you cornering, you feel the
very heavy, like drive like at the back there rasa macam berat tau. Macam you drive lorry kan, you punya barang belakang banyak kan, berat. Macam tu lah. Ini okey lagi. Ini rasa macam a bit.
Tapi BMW tak ada macam ini lah. Dia more dengan lumbar.
Yeah, correct.
More focus in speed.
Yeah. Yalah, you tekan pun dia pergi ya.
Yes.
I sudah puas tadi tekan. The other car.
Saya boleh pergi.
Oh, sedap just now bawa. Tapi I tahu sini jalan tak boleh bawa 200 lah. But this car is overall all-rounder. Very good. That's why here I don't want to drive for. Got hole lah there.
Some more holes, folks. Another sinkhole here. Have to be very careful.
Very big, the hole all come out. Because the rain take all the soil over underground.
Because the rain they still
wash away.
Yeah, be careful. All the sand, all the dana, they soft already.
Soft.
So this is you cannot predict one. The construction they know already. They know already. They just don't want to voice out. The bully.
It's a
building already, then okay, after few years, okay, I done already, I cabut lah. So not my fault already.
Aircon very good.
Yes, very cold.
How long you think this car can last?
This one,
15 years.
15 years. Because in because the UK it's like that one. They say they also they like to buy BMW like Germany lah. They're using very longer one. 18, 17, 15 above. They're using. They won't, because this car is very nice. And then it's very expensive. They won't like sell. They won't sell like 5 years, 7 years like that. This customer, they no worthy lah. If you buy this car, how much you buy already? Then suddenly you want to sell, very sayang lah.
If I buy also, I will keep for long
7
time.
series several people trade in.
If I buy also, I will keep one at home. I can use until I old age. I reduce to 40s, then 50s, can still use.
Yes.
So how was the driving experience? Well, it was very comfortable. The suspension, air suspension, very soft. The acceleration is very fast. The e-drive kick in, the petrol kick in. Overall, it's a superb experience. I really enjoyed the driving experience on this 7 Series. Alright, that's the wrap up for part 2. Let's go to part 3. So folks, if you're gonna buy a car or any used car, do go download the user handbook. Alright, and like this one, owner's handbook, and read all the contents in it. It can be 360 pages, 400 pages. Just read all these contents and you will understand the car better than the salesman that's going to sell you the car to you. And this is one of the tips and tricks. If you want to buy a second-hand car or a used car, read the owner's user manual, because the way the engineers and the designers design this product, they have put all the features and information regarding this product and how to use it. So you want to know every detail about the car in detail, read the owner's handbook or user manual. Like anything else, TV, fridge, anything you buy in the world, if it comes with a user manual, just read it, because the product comes with information how the designer and the engineers have designed and created the product and how the product has to be used. Talking about designer, let me show you who the designer of the 740LE is. It's Mr. Nadir Faghezadeh. He is the lead designer for the BMW 7 Series and the BMW 740LE. So he would appreciate if you read the owner's handbook manual. Okay? So please read the manual. So always read owner's handbook, because you will understand more about the product that you're buying, and you'll know whether the product is suitable for you or comfortable for you, or is the product built for you. And when you go to the second-hand dealer or whoever the seller is, they have not read the user manual, because they have hundreds of cars to sell. So if you already read the owner's handbook manual, you would know 100% more than them. Okay, so remember to always read the owner's handbook or the user manual. You can always download it online. Just go and search, Google it, you can find it. And this is where the tips to understand about the product that you are purchasing. Part 3, let's go! Hello folks, so this is part 3. I make a big list of stuff in part 3. So I'm going to read it out in part 3. 50 top reasons why I like the car, and 50 maybe more reasons why I don't like it. Let's quickly start on the top 50 reasons why I like the car. Number 1, the 2-liter B48 engine with the electric motor. Number 2, fast acceleration. Number 3, top speed of 250 km an hour. Number 4, very good brakes. He has 8 brake pads on this car. Number 5, brakes stop smooth like a bullet train. Number 6, manual shifter auto change to D mode to save the gearbox. Number 7, cruise control, autopilot active, lane assist activated in stage 1. Number 8, adaptive cruise control stage 2 for traffic jam, so you don't have to press the brake all the time in traffic jam, but just follow the car in front. Number 9, digital mini clock in center speedometer. In number 10, quad climate control. There is 2 aircon manually zone in the front and 2 at the back, so that's why it's called quad climate control system. And this is like, wow, every passenger get their own temperature to adjust from the settings in the climate control control panel, right? Amazing. Number 11, we have 10 aircon vents, 2 on the floor. Number 12, dual subwoofer on the front passenger seats. Number 13, 4 vanity mirrors plus the pedal shifter plus the perfume fragrance cartridge. Number 14, blind spot assist. Number 15, HDMI auxiliary USB at the back of the center console. Number 16, CD DVD player at the dashboard. And number 17, CD DVD player at the bottom of the center console. Number 18, massage seats for both back passengers. Number 19, 2 mini monitors to watch videos and movies. Number 20, tablet to control the back seat, blinds, sunroof and the TV. And 21, Napa leather seats. And 22, 19-inch wheels, which can accommodate economical tires, which I'll talk about the tires in the next part, which is part 4. Okay, so if you're wondering where is number 17, CD DVD at the bottom of the center console, well folks, let me show you where it is, because a lot of people don't know where it is. So I've done my own research and I've done playing around with the car, and I found that this CD and DVD is over here. Okay, this is the second DVD slot, and that's the button on the right here where you eject button, you put the CD in and out. That's how it is. So folks, if you come from the 1980s, 1990s, 2000s, you know what a CD is all about. And CDs are cool media things that save data in it, and you can play your music on it. DVDs and watch videos. Okay. Number 23, BMW laser lights. Number 24, dual radar plus ultrasound sensor plus 360 camera plus the front back reverse sensor plus the distance camera. 25, dual sunroof 3-stage front only opening. 26, EV mode startup, speed up to 80 kilometers an hour, range 30 to 40 kilometers. 27, carbon core frame. 28, soft closed doors. 29, air suspension, very comfortable to ride in. 30, doors open, easy to get in. Number 31, which is very important to me, privacy. I appreciate privacy, so privacy glass plus the curtain. All right. Number 32, the passenger back door can open from the outside for security reasons when the driver not in car. So you have a VIP and there's nobody driving the car is like a shield. Number 33, HUD display is good. Number 34, speedometer has a good resolution and contrast colors. 35, aircon is very cold. 36, sound system sounds okay. 37, road tax is 379 ringgit per year. 38, EV mode can start up and go 35 kilometers on the battery alone. 39, has regenerative braking. 40, the driver visibility is okay. 41, car does not feel large to drive. 42, steering turning ratio is good. 43, soundproofing is good, no very low wind noise. And number 44, the buttons feel good to press and they are made of good quality plastics, so I'm quite happy about that, especially the buttons too. So number 45, dual exhaust is nice and doesn't sound loud. It has a brum 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 like a Mustang a little bit, but when you're driving fast on the highway, you hear the exhaust a lot, especially in sport mode. Number 46, you get a free EV charger, just like all the EV cars out there that are out in the market, the new EV cars. You also get an EV charger, but only an AC EV charging cable, okay? Number 47, car is 7 years old, but still in good condition, which I know a lot are. 48, selling price is, below 150k. It's depreciating a lot, so I'll talk about it in the next part of the video, part 5 or 6. Number 49, the car does not feel heavy when driving. And number 50, very spacious interior. Okay, so this car is spacious, has a lot of space at the back, and it can fit probably 5 people enough, 5 people in there. So now I'm going to share you the top reasons why I dislike this car, why I hate this car. Of course, nothing is perfect in the world, so you always have something you hate about it. So let me share my thoughts why I hate this car. So the first reason is the massage seats are not really effective if you put it on stage 3. Number 2, driving fast past 180, the car's unstable. Number 3, no folding back seats to access the boot. Number 4, central transmission tunnel is huge. Number 5, the back seats when driving at the back, when you're driving fast, there's no support to hold onto anything. Number 6, acceleration pedal is too deep in the footwell. Number 7, plastic chrome will fall off at the bumper. Number 8, BMW kidney grille is made of plastic. Oh my god. Number 9, back center console cover gets loose. Number 10, 11, 12, oil cooler, timing chain, tensioner, control arm, they all have issues. Number 13, the leather at the dashboard has the ability to peel off due to the hot sun. And 14, installment payments for the car will be around 1,500. And 15, you need to change the air suspension to the coil spring suspension because the air suspension is gonna sag. So yeah, those are my likes and dislikes about the car. We have scored 50 likes and 15 dislikes. There's always going to be something that you dislike about something about the car, and anything in life can be a house, car, it can be job, it could be your wife, your girlfriend, it could be your phone, it could be your shoes, anything. But for this video, I got 50 likes for the car and 15 dislikes. So that wraps up for stage, or I might say part 3, and we're going to move on to part 4. Let's go. Next part, a bonus part, because I have to talk about the B48 engine. It's a special thing. B48 B20. This 740 LE uses the B48 B20, and people say that if it's not reliable, so people have to go on Wikipedia and check. There's just so many variants of the B48 engine. We have the B48 B16 here, the B48 B20, the B48 A20U1. It's just so many variants of the B48 engine. Most likely BMW has done some tweaks here and there, so just because one engine is not reliable doesn't mean that all the other engines in the B48 family is not reliable. So you have to check and ask the specialist mechanic and ask them which B48 engine is reliable, and I think that's something a mechanic can answer, not me. So if you're working on a B48 engine, you'll know, because there's just so many variants here. The 135 kilowatt version, 135 kilowatt version has the G01 here, the G22, G42, 141 kilowatt, 145 kilowatt. The Mini Cooper uses it as well. The Z4 uses it as well. The F20 125i. You have the JCW Mini Cooper Clubman also using it. The 180 watt, the 185 kilowatt. There's so many cars. I calculated in the list. There's 65 cars here that use the B48 engine. There's so many variants of the engine. And the B48 B20 is used on the 740 LE X Drive. It's a 190 watt, 190 kilowatt version. There's just so many variants for the B48. There's one car that just came out, is the X1 M35i for 2024 at the end of the list. That car just got released in 2024 this year, and it still has 8 years warranty. I'm sure BMW will sell parts for the cars for the next 20 to 25 years. So yes, there's a lot of engines for the B48. We shall start with James Bond equipment equipped in this car. So I read the owner's manual, and this is some of the James Bond equipment equipped in this car. The first one is, this is audible pedestrian protection, where there's a speaker and the exterior of the car where it makes some sound of engine noise, so that when you're driving in EV mode, people know that you are there, because EV mode is very silent, and people will know James Bond is driving the car. Vroom vroom. Next one is night vision with person and animal recognition. So James Bond's car has night vision using the infrared camera, which you can see heat radiated by objects in the camera's field of view is shown. So there's an example there of the thermal image. So James Bond's car can see animals and people and the bad guys and everything at night when he's driving, so he doesn't get into a trap. This one's got to do with the ambient air package, where it's got to do with the perfume fragrance cartridge. You can install it in the glove box, so this car comes with a cartridge as well. So you open the glove box, there's a place where you can put the cartridge in. the perfume cartridge. You have to buy it from BMW. But James Bond will definitely use this because when he drives with his lady, he wants to make sure his car smells good. This one is HomeLink. This is like a software which you actually assign it to do remote control stuff. So James Bond car usually will have like a button you press and then the garage door can open or the gate can open. So when James Bond arrives, you just press one button and then everything transforms for him and then he can go through. So yeah, James Bond car. There's also remote control as well, of course. This next one is integrated universal remote control, which can operate up to 3 functions of radio control systems, which is the garage door, the lighting systems. In James Bond's car, he's going to have the rocket launcher, the machine gun, the oil slick, the mine layer. So definitely in James Bond's car, all these buttons have an extra feature in it that he can use. This is also another feature in the James Bond's car, which is the cigarette lighter attachment, which can be used as a socket for electrical devices when in standby state or when you switch on. It has 140 watts at 12 volts, and James Bond can take it out and also charge his equipment, his electric taser or whatever equipment he's using, his laptop or whatever, his smartphone and everything like that, on the go. This next one's got to do with the glove box. So James Bond will always have a glove box which has a key, and you can lock the glove box because he has a lot of secret documents and special equipment that he uses, or he can store his pistol or his magnum or whatever, and everything, James Bond equipment. Sometimes you want to get quick access, so it's in the glove box. And obviously James Bond will not just have a glove box, small glove box, right? He would definitely have a big size storage compartment at the back of the boot where he can put extra stuff. Yeah, extra stuff like his bazooka, his rocket launcher, his grenade launcher, and all the magazine for his machine gun and all that. Just imagine what you can put in the boot in there. A lot of stuff, right? James Bond can carry. This next one's got to do with the banner holder, because James Bond definitely is going to go for some very official places where you need to have special access to. So he is going to have a flag to show who he is and what car he's driving, and people know that that's who he is, James Bond. So only in special occasion he will put the flag up, otherwise he will not have any flag. Okay, just because James Bond has a glove box and a boot doesn't make it enough. So James Bond sometimes wants to put extra stuff. So this car also comes with a roof rack, which is possible to carry stuff on the top. So you have to remove the roof strips with the flaps, and then you add the roof rack as is available as a special equipment which you can install it to the car. Let me show you what it looks like so you all will know what it looks like. This is how it looks like. If you peel off the white strip on the roof, is the image on the right. When you peel it off, you can actually see the mount there, which you can actually install the roof rack, which is the image on the left. And you can buy it from Amazon, and you can also buy it from BMW. BMW sells the BMW roof cycle carrier, which you can actually put a bicycle on top there, a road bike, and make sure it's less than 100 kilos because the road bike only weighs 10 kilos maybe. So yeah, you can put a road bike on top of the roof. As you know, folks, James Bond drives his car fast, and I mean it, seriously mean it. James Bond drives his car real fast. So BMW had to make sure that they put it in the manual, the owner's user manual, that it says they're driving on a racing track. So the car is actually tuned to drive on a racing track, but you have to make sure the car is in the best optimum condition it is, and you have to send it to the service center to get it serviced before you drive it on the racing track, just like James Bond would do. BMW made sure that James Bond can use the minimum grade of petrol, which is RON 91, even though he's traveling in the Sahara Desert, because we know that James Bond will be everywhere. Sometimes he will be in some parts of the world where there is no RON 95 on his mission, on his assignment, and he can be traveling and he has to make sure that he's on the go. And there can be occasions where James Bond needs to travel not in the Sahara Desert, but in the Alps, near the Arctic, North Pole, South Pole, the cold clip places. So he has to make sure that his car is also equipped with the snow chains. Snow chains can be equipped to the BMW 7040 LE so they make sure that James Bond could be driving in the snow, in the ice. So he's always where he wants to be, no matter where he is in the world. There are situations where we see that James Bond will always be chasing something or be chased by something, and there are instances where James Bond is in a situation where he has a flat tire. So when he has a flat tire, this car tells him, okay, run flat tire RPA tells him that you have a flat tire, James Bond, so you need to change your tires. But James Bond will continue driving with his run flat tires because he can. He's on run flat tires and he can change his tires later. There are times where James Bond is outnumbered and he needs backup. So what does he do in a time of emergency? James Bond will press the button on top of the ceiling there. There's a small button called the SOS button, where James Bond will press it and will call for his backup so they can help him out in situations where he cannot help himself and he's outnumbered by the enemy and he needs help. So you press that button and then his team will send a helicopter or will send another backup team to help him out in the situation where he needs it the most. And when James Bond's backup comes and save him by a helicopter or another car or another truck or whatever, or escort or whatever, James Bond's car will be towed. And when you tow a James Bond's car, you have to tow it like the one on the image at the bottom there. To tow it on the lorry, that's the way you have to tow it, because he has a lot of special equipment in this car, so you have to be careful. This car is also equipped with the thread for the towing eye, which James Bond can use it to install like a hook to pull his teammate out or anything where you want to pull something out. This car can also equip to that, so you can pull anything out whenever you need or it's an emergency situation. So yeah, James Bond will find this very useful. At times he needs to use this feature. This table I took from the owner's user manual, and it shows here the roof load in kilograms, 100 kilograms or 220 pounds. So you can actually put that much weight on the top of the roof, like carry a bicycle or a roof box or whatever, and James Bond will be very happy because he knows he can carry such equipment in that such maximum weight. The next thing that James Bond will definitely use in the BMW 7 Series would be the smart key. So here's the smart key for the 740 LE, and we shall see how it works. So you can actually control the car to stop or go forward, just like this.
Well, stop!
So there you have it. That's how it works on the Rolls-Royce and also on the BMW. Same thing, same feature. That's all we have for the James Bond equipment. So we shall move on to the next part in part 4, which is accessories and spare parts. Okay, so let's go. Part 4, accessories and upgrades. Let's look at the first accessories and upgrades for the car. The first item I found online for upgrade was the seat belt. So you can actually get a striped seat belt, colorful seat belt, purple seat belt online, and many other colors. So that was very nice. The next one is exhaust tips. Dual car carbon fiber exhaust tips. This one you can actually just insert onto the exhaust pipes of the 740 LE. I really like it. It makes the car look like the Alpina B7 7 Series BMW. So just with this pipe, just add on at the back, and it will look like a quad exhaust system without any dramatic major changes. So that's also another nice thing I like. Another small upgrade is the button for the start-stop button. Now it's the normal metallic silver button. You can actually change it to the carbon fiber one. So this is also one more thing that I like to do. Maybe I'll just change it to the carbon fiber start-stop button, which also looks a little bit sporty. Another nice part I found online was the wood trim for the gear knob, shift knob. So the gear shift knob now, the original one is plastic, gray, black plastic, and I can actually change it to the wood trim one, so it looks more classy, more elegant, more stylish. So this is another small little upgrade for the car. Another upgrade would be the wheels. So these are some of the wheels I found. I have a few wheels I found really nice. This is one, really nice wheel. Look at the design of it. I think I really like this design. It looks really cool on the 7 Series. To replace the stock alloy rims on the wheels on the car now. Another idea would be this one, which is the Designer 19 VFF 107 wheel for the 7 Series. Also very nice. It's a bit expensive because it's branded one, but yeah, the flower looks really nice, and I think yeah, but there are other rims too, so let's take the other ones. Here's another wheel from BMW. This one, yeah, it looks a 5-spoke flower, and then in the middle there's another 5-spoke flower. Also looks very like modern looking. This one's for the LCI one, but I think it also fits for the old 7 Series 740LE. So this is one more. Another one would be the HRE FF10. This one also looks really nice as well. I think it's has a nice design, like a star with another star and another star on it. But yeah, this is also looks nice on the 7 Series. Another one would be this. Here's another one which I like. Also a star inside another star, but this one's a bit more affordable. 1990. I think you get 4 pieces with it. So yeah, maybe I haven't asked price, but this is what the price is. And no, this one also looks very nice, right? Yeah. Let's see another few more wheels before we see all of them in the end, and then let me know in the comments which one you like. This wheel is also very nice. This one I think is for the G12 and G11, which is the 740LE, but this one's a modern design. So this was a modern design from BMW for the wheel. Also very nice, this one, but it looks a little bit modern, very simple. Let's see another one. Here's the stock rims. The car, this is a factory one that comes original with the car when you buy the car new. This is just a upgrade if you want spare wheels. So they're selling it for 4250. It's already on the car. If you see the picture at the back there. So we see one more rim and then we call it a day. Here's another wheel. I think it looks really nice. It's in black and has the BMW badge with it, logo as well. So yeah, so maybe if I have the car, I'll just trade in the old wheels with this one, and then probably I'll get this one on the car as well. It'll look really nice. So what you think? So let me know in the comments which wheel do you like the most out of the many of them I showed. Just write in the comments which one do you like in the comments below. Another upgrade would be the smart key. So I've asked BMW Malaysia how much do they sell the smart key. They're telling me that they are selling it for 3,600 ringgit, and they can actually link the car with the smart key. So yeah, if I want the smart key, I'll go to BMW and order it from BMW, because I asked them the other day. And if I want it, I'll pay the 3,600 ringgit and I'll get the smart key, and they will program it to work with the car as well. So that's the price of the smart key in Malaysia. So I went online and saw the wheel size for the 740LE, and it actually supports the 17-inch wheel for economical reasons. If you want to cut cost and run better, cheaper tires and better quality tires for a more affordable price, or you can go up all the way to 21-inch just to have a little bling bling. Okay, I like that this car can configure the sizes of the wheels, so I can choose any wheel size I want according to my affordability. I also went to a visit to Titan Suspension. So because I was looking for a suspension to replace the aromatic suspension or the air suspension, so at Titan Suspension, this is their product. It's a coil spring suspension for the 740LE. I went to have a look at it up and close. Yep, it looks really nice. Here's a closer picture of the product, and I'll put the price at the back at the end of the slideshow. But yeah, it's a really nice suspension, and it fits. They can do it in 2 days, and yep, they quoted me a good price, so I put the comparison at the back. I'll show you another suspension that I saw. Alright, another brand would be Premium Suspension. They're their second brand in the market. Independent suspension maker specializing in making suspension for the G11, G12 BMW. This is the one on top, the blue one, specifically made for the BMW G11, G12. It's a coil spring suspension and also serviceable every 3 or 4 years. Yeah, they gave me a good price, so I'm really happy. The one on the right also, you can use it for the G11, G12, but it's more expensive. So if you're looking for affordable budget and long-term reliability for the suspension, you're going to get the one that I put the arrow on it. Thank you so much for the owner of the shop that was making this and supporting the community and all the BMW G11, G12 owners. Thank you so much for your support. I'm going to start the comparison here. We shall start with the BMW Air Suspension Original. BMW quoted me personally $12,000 a piece without installation. Third-party coil spring suspension, new premium suspension or the Titan suspension, they quoted me a set of, for all the wheels on the car, for the set of 4, 7 to 10K. And then refurbished and remanufactured air suspension. These are from China. They take the original air suspension, remanufacture, remake it. They change the used parts, and then they're selling one piece for 2,000 ringgits. And the used air suspension, you can find from the junkyard or the old used air suspension, still in workable, still has a little bit of life left, selling at 1,600, 1,800 a piece without installation. So I have a variety, I have a choice. So depends on your budget or how much you can afford to change the air suspension. You can choose, and this is from my research and my hard work to help all of you guys who have the G11, G12, and help myself, so I know how much I have to spend to change the air suspension as well, and it will help me and everyone watching the video who are looking for changing the air suspension for your G11, G12. Alright, so give it a like, subscribe to the channel. We move on to the next part, which is other stuff as well. Alright, next up is car tuning, stage 1. This car you can tune it to stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, but you have to change the parts. Only for stage 1 you don't have to change anything in the car except attach the GTS 5 Black from RaceChip, and it increases 68 horsepower and 100 newton-meters of torque. Alright, the numbers on the right there, 366 horsepower is in e-boost mode. That means engine and electric motor combined producing 366 horsepower in e-boost mode. You add the RaceChip, it becomes 434 horsepower. The car on its own basically only produces 500 newton-meters of torque, and if it's in e-boost mode, it produces 650 newton-meters of torque. And you put the RaceChip on, it increases it another 100, so you get 700 newton-meters of torque in e-boost mode with the RaceChip on. So this car is basically for if you're going to race it on the track, you want the RaceChip on because it's going to be a little bit faster. But honestly, this car is fast enough, so I would recommend only using the RaceChip only if you want to race it on the track in a safe condition rather than on the road. But on the road, on its own, it's good enough. Welcome to part 5, all about financing for the car. And we shall look at part 5, parts and service centers, and things to do with servicing the car, parts for the car, and stuff like that. We shall start with this part, the sunroof motor. If you don't know, that part will fail one day. You gotta replace it. It costs $60. Okay, so these are the parts what I found, random stuff. So we actually know what to change in the future if it just doesn't work anymore. The steering wheel. This is a leather steering wheel, the actual factory one, $180 US, used part. But just in case, maybe the current one just wears out, you can change it for $180. The lumbar massage pump. If you like to use the massage at the back, this thing will also maybe wear out one day. So if you want to find the part, this is how it looks like. We're going to go and look at the seats right now. These are the Napa leather seats in black. These are the codes. This is the description of the parts. These are the details of it. This is how it looks like. In the ventilated seats, There are ventilated fans under the seats near the sponge. So every seat has 4 ventilated fans. You can see those 4 holes there. So in the G11 G12 740 LE, there are 4 seats in the car, so you have 16 ventilated fans in all the seats in the car. That's a lot. We move on to the module of the hybrid battery. This is one module for one hybrid battery. Here's one module out of the 6 modules. So this is how the one module looks like. This is a package of 6 modules, a cumulative of 9.2 kilowatt hour. So this module actually stays under the back seats. These are 6 modules in one package. So this is how the battery looks like for the hybrid battery in the 740 LE. There's a shop called Standard TIEPJ. They can do the replacement of the hybrid battery. They charged me 14,000 ringgit for it. BMW was charging 10,000 ringgit for the whole job to replace the whole thing, including labor and stuff. The other shop was 14. The other shop does other stuff as well. If you're looking for a windscreen replacement, here are the prices that I've looked online. For the windscreen alone is 6,000 ringgit. There are some charging 5,000, some 4,500, some 5,000. And yeah, I got a quote near my place down here, and you're charging 4,600. So it's quite good, not too expensive. For the fuel consumption, so I found an article about someone who drove it, and they drove on sport mode only, which uses totally the petrol only, and they drove 100 kilometers and they averaged 8.8 liters. And if you were driving like a mixed driving mode, like you drive fast and you drive slow and on highway and mixed and everything, they get 11 liters per 100 kilometers, which is actually more than what BMW quoted in their brochure. Fuel consumption 100 kilometers is 2.5 liters. So that 2.5 is in hybrid mode. Okay, hybrid mode, you're mixing EV power with a little bit of petrol. Okay, so the total consumption, if you were to drive in a hybrid mode, would be 6.6 liters for 100 kilometers. That's the realistic amount of fuel you will use in hybrid mode. So I've done my homework. I can drive 100 kilometers of range for 20 ringgits, just in case the petrol price goes up to 3 ringgit a litre. Because I'm driving on hybrid mode, I'm using electricity, 40% using electricity and 60% using petrol. So I only need 20 ringgits to fill up my tank to go KL, Selangor to KL, 100 ringgit, 100 kilometer range, and that's good enough. Let's have a look at the electric EV charging. To charge this 740 LE, and here's an example. Deepulse Shopping Center in Cyberjaya. They have a 22 kilowatt AC charger type 2, and you're charging 2 ringgit every 10 minutes. If I were to charge there for 1 hour, I'll pay 12 ringgits, and I'll get about 30-40% of battery charge. I might have extra 30% in the battery when I'm going to charge it, so I have around 70%, and that's enough. Plus with the petrol I have in the tank, it's enough for me to go and drive around town for maybe 3 or 4 days. That's enough energy for the car to get me around town for a week. We shall have a quick look at the service maintenance cost and how much does it cost to service this car. I found a place that can change the engine oil, the oil pan washer, oil filter for 127.40 as a basic plan or package, and then they're going to do the comprehensive one. The only thing they add on would be the coolant replacement and the gearbox oil for $430.40 for the 740 LE, and then for the standard package for $423.50, they're just adding extra the brake fluid oil, and they're going to flush all the brake fluid and put a new one on for $423.50. So for me, the service the 740 LE is quite affordable, isn't it not? I would definitely come to this place where I found it and service the car. So you've been hearing me talk about e-boost. What is it actually? So here's an article I found online. It says here, with sufficient charge, the car will invoke e-boost and will take both of the electric motor and the engine to create super powerful power and rocket boost for the car. Alright, so I'm not talking crap, it's actually real. Okay, so next we're going to look at the depreciation. We want to see how much does this car depreciate monthly. Now, as per this graph, you can see the price of the car is 78,000 to 98,000. This is the point of view of the insurance company, not the seller, not the buyer, but the insurance company is telling you that the market price for the car, if they're going to insure it, is going to insure it up to 98,000. This is what the insurance company will pay for insurance. They'll pay a little bit more if you pay more premium, but the car is valued at 98,000 for a 2017 car. This is coming from the valuer's perspective, okay? And the car is actually depreciating 1,570 ringgit a month. So if the car is 120,000, in 1 year's time, the car will depreciate 15,700 ringgit. And you can see the graph right here. It's going to just go down cheaper and cheaper and cheaper. Every month it's going down 1,570 ringgit. So if you're in the market to buy a car like this, you got to wait. Okay, don't buy it. I say if you have cash, just go buy it. But if you don't have, you want to wait for the car to be a little bit cheaper, just wait. And the car will depreciate and depreciate. And this is the depreciation cost of a car, because the car is a depreciating asset, and the car will become cheaper and lose its value after a long time, especially cars that are very expensive and have a lot of things to service, and the appreciation value will depreciate. And this is the graph that it will show you how much is depreciating every month. I saw one car, it was selling for 130,000 a few months back, and now they're selling for 108,000. So as time goes on, it will depreciate and depreciate. And this is the actual true value of depreciation graph that I found online. So subscribe and like the video and support a little bit for the video, because it's very hard to find this information. But I will move on to the next part, which is about some cash to buy parts for servicing the car. So now we're going to go to part 5, loan for buying parts. So I chose Bank Islam personal loan, and it's an Islamic loan because of the fixed interest rates. We don't want to promote these conventional interest because it balloons and makes so much debt. So we borrow money and we know how much we pay back, and we make a fixed agreement to pay back the money that we borrow. So I would just choose Bank Islam as a sample. And you see here, if you want to borrow 10,000 just to repair the suspension, you can borrow it for 10 years and you're paying $119.58. You can borrow up to 100,000 ringgits. And I've done a breakdown table of all the profits of the bank when you borrow money from them in this, according to this table. So I'll share it right here. Wait for it. And it's coming right now. There it is. So you can see everything. The one in red is all the profit of the bank. So if you borrow $10,000, if you pay it back in 1 year, you're paying, the bank only makes 419 ringgit or something like that of profit. If you borrow 100,000 for 10 years, the bank makes 45,000 of profit in 10 years of the loan. So you get an idea of looking at this graph. So just pause the video and see, and just choose what's right for you and comfortable for you if you want to borrow money from the bank. But this is a good example. I almost forgot to share one part, which is the BMW laser light module replacement. I've gone to a lot of automotive lighting shops and they told me that the laser light, you cannot change the bulb, but you can buy the whole housing and the bulbs for 25,000 ringgit. And I asked BMW myself, because I said, okay, you know what, it's hard to find the spare parts, so change the light, LED, laser light, LED bulbs in the modules inside the headlamp. So how much can you quote for me, and how much does it cost to change? So if you were to be smart enough, if you go to eBay and then try to find the parts, they do sell the individual light bulbs for the BMW laser light. It's about $200-300 or something like that, you know. But I called the guy in BMW in Malaysia here, and he told me they're gonna do it just one side of the headlamp. So say for example, the right side headlamp in front for the BMW laser light, they're gonna change it for 1,000 ringgit, and they're gonna change all the 6 modules of the LED lights and the laser lights. So the LED lights, the DRL lights, the headlamps and everything for 1,000 ringgit, which is very generous from BMW. Thank you so much for helping out. So before we end part 5, here's some additional bonus parts. So for whoever who has already watched the entire video, congratulations for getting to part 5 at the end. And here's some additional parts that you have to take aware that these are the parts that are going to wear and tear. So this one is the aluminum water pipe joint for the connection to the engine. This part usually it will leak, so you gotta change it. Okay, it's 44 ringgits. So if it's a used car, you gotta change this part in the engine, on the B48 engine. The next part you gotta change would be the oil filter housing. The original one from the factory stock will be a plastic one. This is the upgraded version, which is the aluminium engine oil filter housing. It's only 451 ringgit, and it comes in a set with all this supporting bolts and screws and stuff, and washers and stuff. So I would definitely change the oil filter housing to the aluminium one, because that increases the reliability of the engine and ensures the safety of the engine to last for many more years over the plastic one, which comes standard from the factory when you first bought the car. The next piece you need to also check would be the lambda sensor or the oxygen sensor. I asked one of the mechanic here to check the price. He's looking through the system for the code, and this is the sensor here. I'm not sure how much he quoted me. I can't remember how much it was, but it was a few $100s, I think. Yeah, so you got to change that as well, because you want to make sure that the car is actually running well with the oxygen sensor. So oxygen sensor also you need to check, so that will cost a bit of money to change. So this is the diagram of the oxygen sensor for the 740LE. Next part is the engine oil filter, but this one a little bit is more expensive. It's 524 ringgit. It comes with the pipe that the pipe that came in just now. It comes with some extra sensors. It comes as a set, so I will buy this one because it comes in three in one set, and it will solve the coolant leak issue with the B48, B20 engine or the B48 engine. So this one also is compatible with the 740LE. I asked the seller already. He said this one will fit the car. So this is the part for it. I'll definitely buy it to replace the plastic engine oil filter housing. And this is one important part of the car you have to change, because that one will wear out. The other one will be the gaskets for the engine head gasket for the B48 here. This is how it looks like. The seals are made of like rubber and stuff. They, after a while, after 7, 8, 10 years, they start to get crack, and it will have a leak of oil, engine oil. So you need to change these seals, get the mechanic to do it. This is one reason why in engines with the combustion engines, this is the seals, you need to change them. It's part of the wear and tear. So this is how it looks like for the B48 engine for 740LE. And the next part would be just wait for the next part. It's going to come up soon. The next part is also another like a rubber or gasket or whatever you call this thing. I'm not sure, but this is another seal for the engine. I don't know, I forgot where this part is from, but you also have to change this one in the engine, otherwise there's going to be oil leaks or something like that. So yeah, to ensure that the engine lasts many more years, maybe more than 8 years, you got to change this as well. We don't want the leaks of the engine oil, stuff like that. So yeah, the cost of changing it, the part may be cheap, but the labor will be expensive, because the mechanic has to open up the engine and put the parts back and stuff, so it'll cost a bit more. But overall, that's part of the maintenance cost for owning a 740LE. So if you love your car, you gotta do it. This is another one. It's a timing chain tensioner kit. It's $167.25 USD, and I can buy it online from eBay. But the B48 doesn't have a lot of timing chain issues, but the timing chain tensioner needs to be changed as well after 100,000 miles, 100,000 kilometers, stuff like that. So you make sure that you change this kit as well. Very important if you want a car to go above 200,000 kilometers of range. and its lifetime of the, if you're owning the car. So you want to make sure you do this as well as a precaution, safety precaution, so you make sure the car will last and will be able to be used for many more years if you love the car. Okay, as the owner you have to be responsible. There's another service mechanic doing the services for the G11 oil package servicing. They're affordable price as well. So yeah, Auto Marquez also, these are very good mechanic. I know somewhere in PJ there, a lot of people are recommending this guy because yeah, the oil changes are affordable for a lot of cars and a lot of other brands as well, but also BMW, and I like that. I spoke to the guy, the owner of the shop. Very nice uncle. Thank you so much for your support. Here's the last part of part 5. We'll touch on security a little bit, and I'll share some tips to ensure that the BMW 740LE is safe, and what I would do for my own BMW 740LE. So I'll share you some tips to ensure the car is safe, and as an owner you want to make sure that you are taking care of the car as well. So here's the wheel locks for the wheels. Because you have nice wheels and the car has value, you don't want your wheels to go missing, so you're going to put the Met Guard wheel locks, and the specification is M14 times 1.25. This is the specification of the lug nut for the wheels. So go and get this one and get the car a little bit secure so the wheels don't go missing. On the BMW, you know, the wheels are expensive, so you want to make sure that they are safe and not going to go anywhere. And these Met Guard locks cost a little bit of money, but they ensure that the car is safe, and hopefully, you know, it makes it harder to take the wheels, because there's a lot of cases that wheels are expensive, people want to take it. So yeah, always make sure your stuff is secure. The other one is the what's this, remote control disconnect for the battery. Yeah, so because of comfort access or keyless access or keyless entry, there's a lot of cases in the foreign countries where the car is going missing. So you want to cut off the battery so nobody can take the car. Because there's no battery in the car won't even start. So I would install this to my BMW 740LE as well, because for security reasons. So you know, you can switch off the car and all the battery goes off, you know, switch it off, and it'll just be a vegetable. If you wanna take the car, you gotta carry it away or anything like that. But this is a security thing, you know, to ensure the car is safe, right? So you install this as a extra security. And the third one would be to put your smart keys and your remote control keys in this what do you call this again? Faraday box. It's like a RFID blocker or something like that blocks the signal, so people don't steal the car using those wireless you know like wireless like what do you call smart comfort access and keyless entry, you know. So this kind of thing in the European countries it's a thing, but in Asian countries I'm not sure what's the thing with it. But for security reasons, it's always good to put the keys in safety in a safe box away, so you don't transmit any signal to the car, and the car is also locked and switched off because there's no battery, and the car is also locked as well. So this is what I would do for owning a BMW 740LE myself. This is a very good practice, not just for BMW, for any other brands as well there, like Mercedes or Audi or some Lexus or whatever stuff. This is just safety precautions. So yeah, I'll show you some tips and tricks, and this is my thoughts. Okay, we move on to part 6. Alright folks, I added some bonus content because I missed out some Easter eggs for this video. So this one is the Chemical Guys leather conditioner kit. So it actually is a deluxe kit, and I would recommend to buy this one. So when you recondition the leather in the car, it makes the car leather seats smell good again. smell new leather, and every time you enter the car smells like new leather, you know. So I checked the chemical guys, and this leather kit actually makes the leather, it conditions the leather and makes sure the leather lasts for many years, and also smells like new leather. So you know, the leather in this car, especially the white one, has the cognac brown leather, and also in Malaysia the other model for the 740LE has the black leather. So you add this chemical guys solution and it makes the leather smell good, smell new again. And for me, I really like the leather when it smells new, even though it's an old car, but you maintain the leather in its best, in pristine condition, by actually applying some oils to it to make sure the leather is not dry, and it will last, make the leather last a very long time because you take care of it. And I think this is one of the tips as an owner, you know, taking care of your leather is very good for the life of the car, and also for the leather in the car on the seats. The next one, we have a look at the graph here. This is a picture from BMW. It shows how the hybrid system is connected with the engine and also the gearbox, and also connected to the e-battery at the back, the hybrid battery. So do you see this thing? This thing is special. I mean, for me, this is high-tech kind of special technology, how you can actually put the engine in the front and the electric motor, you sandwich it between the gearbox, and then the battery at the back supplies the charge to the electric motor. All this into one package, and I think this is very high-tech, smart technology that BMW has created for their cars, and I respect this kind of technology, especially because I think this is genius in a way that you can put one electric motor and an engine and put it together. It's so cool. That's cool technology, I might say. Here's another small little diagram of numbers. So in 2017, BMW made 64,311 BMW 7 Series from many models, from the 730Li, 730i, 730e, whatever, 750e, whatever, 740LE, I don't know. But they said 2017 they make 64,311 BMW 7 Series around the world. We're not sure how many more they made. So is the 7 Series at that time a rare car? I don't know, because we have a lot of blank. We don't know how many cars did BMW made in 2018, 2019, 2020. So yeah, there's a lot of BMWs out there, but if there are only 64,311 for 2013, then there are not many of these that are very nice BMWs 7 Series in the market. Next, here's the example of sample of the LED modules for the laser light. So these are the modules. This is a package. It comes with with all the components for the headlamp, all the LED lights, DRL, the main headlamp and everything for $1,200 US. You can find this on eBay, but yeah, this is a little bit more expensive than what BMW quoted me for. So if you're gonna go online, maybe this is for two sides, I don't know, sure. They say it's a set, so it must be for both sides. Here's another photo of the left air suspension for the BMW 7 Series. This one, if I'm not mistaken, is like a refurbished one, I think, or the used one, I can't remember. But then, you know, the price is $374. You can buy it online on eBay, and DHL, FedEx can send it to you. Shouldn't be a problem. But yep, if you're on a budget and you want to just buy a replacement air suspension, and you don't want to spend $5,000 to $7,000, you just buy one of these on eBay, ship it to your house, and get the mechanic to come and fix it. The mechanic says if you want to fix the front one, it's much cheaper, but the back one's harder because you have to open up the seats at the back and stuff. So get these, and maybe the car lasts a little bit longer. The next photo I want to share here is a questionnaire that everyone who owns a BMW has this question on their mind, like, how long do used BMWs last? So I was looking online, and BMW in the US, BMW Seattle said BMW cars can last 150 to 200,000 miles. Calculate that into kilometers, that's about 300,000, something like that. 300,000 kilometers of range in the speedometer, so it may be around 20 to 25 years of use. So yeah, I mean, if you're buying a 7 Series, you're gonna keep it for a very, very, very long time. Why not, right? If it's a good car or the BMW can be serviced for many, many years, it's good just to keep it. And for me, I would just keep my cars. I don't sell my cars. I just collect my cars, I take care of them. And yep, they're a joy to have, a joy to own. And I think every owner of a car should always take care of their cars and don't sell your cars unless you don't use them and you don't need them anymore, then you can sell them. But if you're a collector or you just want cars that for your own use and you love your cars, so just keep them. Next, this one is for the BMW 7 Series. This is one of the coding shops in PJ called BMCM Motorsport. They actually do all the coding for the BMW iDrive and the iDrive thingy, and you can unlock a lot of features, software features in the car, and you know, the gearbox and all the software tuning and all the stuff. So yeah, this is one shop that I think a lot of people said that you go here and then you can do all the coding for the car, you know, and put Apple CarPlay, whatever, all the stuff and all the features. So yeah, check this one out, because I think if you have a 7 Series as well, or you already have a 7 Series, you want to check out the software, update it for the new stuff, right? I think BMW is known for the iDrive, so basically iDrive, you can also unlock a lot of features which the factory didn't unlock for you, and you need to like unlock it in the software. So probably this shop can do and activate all the hidden features in your car. That's what they say. All right, next one will be this questionnaire about the EV series number plates. So as you know, the 740LE is a hybrid plug-in car, and it has an EV motor and also an EV hybrid battery, and it runs just like an EV, but it also has a petrol engine as well, so it's a PHEV. But it's confirmed that JPJ will not issue EV series number plates for the PHEVs in Malaysia, so the 740LE doesn't come with those special EV number plates. Alright, so done. We understood that, so we're can use all the old number plates with all the custom number plates if you want to use it. I don't really care about those. I think that the EV number plates look good on the 740LE. But yeah, those are my thoughts. So we're going to move on to part 6, and this is the start of part 6, so stay tuned. So we made it to part 6, the final chapter in this video. So thank you for everyone who is still watching to this part. The questionnaire we have here is, who is this car for? So what's the 7 Series 740LE for? Like the Germans call it, the 740LE. The 740LE, who is it for? Who are the target buyers? So I've listed some here. There's a yes and a no. So the first one in yes, who is it for? Enthusiasts. Enthusiasts are those people who are crazy for cars. They're just crazy for cars. Those are the people. So this is a car for them. Number 2, car lovers. People who love cars. People who love to give TLC, tender love and care to cars, and they take care of the cars really, really well. Number 3, business owners who want to be in an executive car, want to be a chauffeur in a nice car like this. This is for the who will buy it. So basically the 740 is for this kind of owners, but it doesn't have to be them only. It can be other people as well. Like entrepreneurs, right? They don't have to be chauffeur in the car all the time. Entrepreneurs, they are hardworking people, smart working people. They work everywhere. They work from home. They work from everywhere. They go all over the world, and they are interesting human beings. You know, the way they work is very flexible. They can be anywhere. So entrepreneurs will want to have a car like this, because entrepreneurs see this 740LE not just as a car, but as a tool to use to enhance their work and to make their job easier. Number 5, as a weekend car. This car is so good as a weekend car because it uses less fuel and is very comfortable to drive. It's also very, very fast to drive, a lot of fun to drive. So as a weekend car, this car is perfect as a weekend car. Number 6, for a general overview, those people who have 1,000 hours of driving experience, any of you who have 1,000 hours of driving experience, you have done a lot of mistakes on the road, you've done all the stupid mistakes, you know how to appreciate driving a car, and you know how to drive a car properly, and you've learned the lessons in life. This is for the people who want to buy a 740LE, because this car is a machine that you will be comfortable in driving, and it understands you and the road. So for those who have 1,000 hours of driving experience, this is a nice car for you to own, because you know how to take care of it, you know how to appreciate it. Okay. And number 7, single owners. Single owners are for people who they don't have a family, they don't have kids. Okay, you got a lot of spare cash, you got a lot of money in your bank, and you don't know what to do with it. So you want to enjoy and buy a gift for yourself, or buy a present for yourself for your hard work. So this is a car for you. The 740LE is a car for single owners who have they've done a lot of success in their life, a lot of success in their career life, in their ambition, in their occupation, and they want to give themselves something good just to reward themselves for all the hard work and the smart work they've done for all the many years of life. Okay, this is a car for you guys. Alright, we move on to know who is this car not for. Like, this car it's not for this type of people. Number 1, I might say a graduate student, because a graduate student just came out of high school, out of university. If you want to buy a 740, that's not the car for you. Go and buy a Myvi, or buy a Honda, or buy a Toyota, or something that you get to learn how to use a car properly, get to understand the characteristics of a car, how it works, how it functions when it breaks down, and it needs an oil change, it needs a tires, needs a gearbox change, all this stuff. You got to learn how to maintain a normal car first before you can maintain something expensive like the 740LE, because it's a lot of money to take care of. So for graduate students, sorry bro, sorry sisters, you go and buy a normal car first, go and learn how the curve of taking care of a car, and when you have enough of experience, then you can go buy the 740LE or any 7 Series out there. Secondly, first car owners, same thing. If you just own a car, you don't know how it runs, if you're still driving a manual gearbox or whatever, go and learn how to use a car, get experience of using it, taking care of it, loving it, giving it TLC. Then only you can, when you have a lot of that for many years, then you can own the 7 Series, because you know how to take care of things. Alright, so the third one, those people who have driving experience. Maybe you own a Honda Jazz, or you own a Toyota Camry, or you own something BMW 1 Series, or you own a Mercedes-Benz C-Class or whatever, but you don't really drive it much. You don't have a lot of driving experience. I know a lot of women who have cars, but they don't drive it. They ask their husband to drive the car, drive them around and stuff. Or people who have cars, they don't even use their car because they take public transportation, stuff like that. Man, if you have 600 hours or less of driving experience and you want to own a 7 Series, not so suitable, because you know why? A 7 Series is a machine that's fun to drive. You gotta just drive the car. You gotta appreciate the horsepower, the nanometers of torque, the acceleration, the fun acceleration, the fast car experience, driving on the road a few hundred kilometers an hour. This is a thrill and experience and adventure that you will feel with a 7 Series car like this powerful. So if you have 600 or less of driving, you'll make a lot of mistakes. Maybe you make a mistakes on the road, and don't give your signal or whatever. So you put yourself in a lot of danger if you don't have enough driving experience. So for those who have less than 600 hours of driving, try and get at least 1,000 hours of driving experience. Do all the silly mistakes when you're driving, and then only then when you drive a 7 Series, you won't make all the mistakes that you would do you won't do the mistakes in this expensive car, and because you've already done it on the cheap car. So that's what it is. Okay, next one, family car. This car is not really for family. I mean, you could drive your family there, your parents and stuff at the back, but I think as a family car, a lot of your family members want to ride in this car, so there's not going to be a lot of space. So it's not that luxurious. It's only luxurious for the back passengers, but the front passengers is a little bit cramped because you have a lot of things going on in the front. But at the back, there's only 2 massage seats, and people will be fighting over the massage seats. So it's not really a practical family car. It's better you go get a BMW X5 or get a GLE or get a car that's an MPV or something for a family car. Not this. This is more to like a business oriented kind of car. It's super powered. So for family car, not so suitable. And number 5, ladies with kids. This car is, I mean, from the outside it looks so mean. The BMW facelift of this car looks so mean. It looks like a man that's angry, you know, like a growl like that, like angry man. And inside, all the interior design is all looks so suitable for a man to drive. In his nice suit and his shirt, you know, business oriented, you know, in the suit, you know, driving this car. It just looks so macho, like a boss, you know. So I'm not saying that ladies you can't drive it with kids, but it's just not the theme that's going on here. It's not a car for bringing your kids in, because it's also very hard to put the car baby seat in, because the zipper at the back for the ISOFIX is very hard to get the car seats in. So you're not going to bring your kids and your babies in this car. So and if your kids vomit and stuff, it's going to be a mess on the leather, and the leather is really expensive because it's Napa leather. So you got to think about all these maintenance things and all these silly mistakes that will go on if you have kids in this car. And kids sometimes they will scratch the leather and then break the tablet and press the buttons and everything. It's really expensive to fix if you have kids and they start playing around and don't appreciate things because they don't know the value of the car, and they don't know value of things because they just don't play around. So yeah, not really suitable for ladies with kids, or if you have kids in general. So this is a car mostly for those who appreciate cars, you know. So that's my opinion, and who this car is for, the target buyers. So that's my final opinion about who this car is for and who is not for. And if you fall into any of the categories, you can decide which is best for you. Right? There's no wrong or right here, but it's just my opinion, my own opinion about who is suitable for this car. And if you fall into any of the categories, then good for you. And if you're not in the category of the yes, then you need to make some changes in your life to be the yes. If you're in the yes, then you got to make some changes to continue to be in the yes category. And I hope all the best, and I hope this makes easy for all of you to decide whether the 740LE is for you. Alright folks, we come to the last part of the video, and this is the big question that I think we've all been asking. My final opinion, will I buy it? So as we all know through all the parts of the video, this car is special. It has a lot of tech in it, a lot of comfort in it. It's a fun car to drive. It's super fast, it's affordable, and it's a nice car to have. But the parts and the servicing sometimes can be expensive, and the depreciation cost is absolutely crazy. You know, this car is so expensive. If you don't know who to repair the car at, you don't know the parts, where to find it, and if the parts go obsolete, then you're out of luck. And man, there's so much technology in this car. There's so many modules in this car, and if they break down, things don't function in the car. So there's a lot of risk if you buy this car. And if it breaks down and some parts don't work, it just takes away the comfort and the satisfaction of owning this car. So that's the only risk about this car, is that the depreciation cost, the parts. There's a lot of parts in this car because it's so futuristic. If they all break down, they will take away all their experience. And I have to say, that's the worst thing ever, you know. And the battery is super expensive. If you're going to change all the battery, it's going to be 30 to 40,000 ringgit. It's super expensive. And I think for 30-40,000 ringgit, you better go and use that money to buy a down payment for a new car, right? So this is some of the ideas out there. So overall, would I buy it? Probably I'll buy it. Probably I will buy the car if I think it's reasonable. But for right now, the prices are a bit higher now. Just wait maybe a bit longer and I'll see. Alright everyone, that's my final opinion of the BMW 740LE G11 G12. If you like this content, like it and subscribe, because this video took months to make and I had to had to like get all the information and then put it into this video to make it one comprehensive video about the 740LE 2017, 2018, 2019 model in Malaysia. So if you like this content, give it a like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you all in the next video. Thank you all for watching.